Hello. Oh, wait, my camera's not showing. Hi. My name's Ethan. This is the screencast recording for SER321, the sockets assignment. Uh, Fair warning, this isn't gonna be the best thing you've ever seen, but I was already sick over the weekend, and I got an extension, and this has been a nightmare of a week. But hey, it's better than nothing, so that's what I'm recording now. Better than nothing. Anyways, I thought it'd be easiest to lead off just by showing that it's working here. So here we have my AWS instance. I'm just connected to it through the browser, just because, that's easiest. I open up the console and I hit connect, and that's whatever. And then here's my local machine. You can see that's my path and everything to my Eclipse workspace, assignment 3. So, in accordance with one of the last requirements, I believe it was to have the server running off of my secondary. So here it is. You can see the command Gradle run server with the port 8080, just per what it said. Start running that. And then now that that's running, I can go over here. I was just clearing it out because it was a mess. This is the command corresponding for this with the correct format. Gradle run client host. That's the public IP for my AWS instance. So obviously that'd be your different one. It's localhost by default. And then port 8080. Go ahead and hit that. There you go. You can see over here, right in 4 bytes, someone's connecting. Welcome, user. What is your name? Hi, my name's Ethan. It's welcome, Ethan. Oh, I didn't put a space after it says the name. Welcome, Ethan. How many questions will you attempt? Then I'd hit 3 and then go into the questions and all that. So, after doing that, just turn it. Yep. And then actually, this shows here too that whenever that is broken or something like that, you can see here it's like, oh, connection reset, blah, 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 right here. Client disconnect, and it's one of the exception catches. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to end this and close it and go a bit into my code here now. So here in my code, you can ignore this. This is originally I was going to try and do the GUI, but I ended up spending over a day trying to work on Gradle, and now it's the day it's due, so that's not happening anymore. It's one big Java project. Collapses down into source. We have TCP and UDP. UDP, I have these made and I have them configured in the Gradle, but nothing has been done in them because TCP is all I've got. Sorry for the lackluster again. So in here, this is my server side. This holds all of the JSON objects, including the questions. So I have like what question number they are, what their answer is, and what the question is. So for example, the format here is the answer is 28, the question being what is 4 times 7, and it's like that a couple times over. So we go into here, I have the server socket set up called Shinra. I've been watching Fire Force when I eat, so it was just on the brain. Here's a try and catch block to be able to take the arguments because of our experience, and then the build Gradle, which I'll show in a bit there, it takes them. By default, the port's 8080 and it's a local host, but yeah. So moving into there, it checks, like if it doesn't work out well, it says incorrectly passed. So new server socket as the port. So this accepts, otherwise it's just waiting. There it sets up the output stream and the input stream. This is an integer which will be used to count the number correct when the questions get going. And then this enters my first loop, while true, goes into here and it has all this stuff. So it has, like, it's receiving in the message bytes because I ended up doing byte streams because I based it pretty heavily off of the advanced custom protocol from the examples repository. Then it takes that and turns into a JSON object message. Oops, I clicked a button on my mouse. And then it goes down to there. Where was I at? Here. String stores the name, does it again, gets the number, throws those into here, and then this loop is based off of this. I don't have a timer implemented, so it literally just goes until they get the number correct. So it's until the number correct is equal to questions, which is the number of questions they want. So that starts as 0. This is whatever they say. It goes through, and I made 5 questions, so technically speaking it just loops through these 5 questions. So like say you got 15, you need to do it'd go through 3 times of the same 5 questions. Basically it sends out all the information, data, which was the question, remember, and then receives in after that to get the answer, and whatever it gets from that it becomes an object, translating it from the byte array, and checks against it, and if it is correct, then boom, increments that and it keeps moving. Doesn't have a check for that. If we go into my client, You can see in here it starts off default with localhost and 8080, takes in the arguments and has checks there. If it's a issue with like say the port number or something like that, there's a check here. Goes in here, sets this up, and then returns connected to blah blah blah. So then sets up the output stream and the input stream. This one's called show because it's the little brother to Shinra on the show I was watching. And then gets into like what's your name, sends that back. How many questions we'll be doing, takes that, sends that back, makes these both into one composite object, sends that back, and then from there it starts going to here, where it's like, oh hey, this is what's going on. It's gonna send out until as long as the JSON isn't null, that's what's going there. And then into here would be the loop where more of the game gets going. The game isn't fully functional right now. It can get through like the first question or so, and then there starts to be issues with the JSON and like everything going through there in terms of the information. But I'm almost out of time, so it's not happening. Network utils, JSON utils, same stuff is used in ACP. I have that documented up here. It's not my original work. I'm using it. That's, don't hit me for plagiarism. It's right up here. And then here's my Gradle file, plugins, repositories, dependencies, including org.json, and then the tasks run server and run client, watching out for those parameters to come into each. I'm going to double check real quick on the doc over here to see if there's anything else I need to go over. No. The UML diagram's done too, and that'll be in the repository, and it looks like I might be a little late submitting this, just because the YouTube video is going to have to upload, but yeah. It's not pretty, but it's mine. Thank you.